Why are you acting like an insufferable Oh my, within the last year, she has affirmed $700 of Labubus. What a joke. You should be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for even having that happen on my own show.
That's the cold open. Before we even get a name, we already know two things about this episode. There's a 5-figure spending problem, and the host is already at a 10 out of 10. Welcome to Outside the Audit, the show where we take an episode of Financial Audit and go through it from the outside. Not as fans, not as haters, just as people who can pause, rewind, and ask, wait, is that actually right? We're checking the math, we're checking the advice, and we're asking the question this format never really stops to ask. Is this good financial coaching, or is this just good television? Today's episode is a big one. Let's get into it.
Hi, my name's Farah. I'm 27 years old from, sorry. Hi, my name's...
Are we choking?
Yeah.
I'd be choking if I spent 16% of my money on fast food as well. What do you do in Louisiana for a living?
I am a patient access rep at a pediatric specialty office.
Okay, sure. What does that make? What do you make?
$15.95 an hour.
Now, New Orleans, not one of the more expensive cities. Declining population has been since a very long time. Katrina definitely pushed it over the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how 15 stretches there. I'll be completely honest, in a lower income city, lower cost of living city. How you living? Wait, before you answer that, how many hours a week are you working?
40.
Okay. What hits your account? On a monthly or biweekly, whatever your thing is?
Around 1,900.
Okay. How you doing? 1,900 in Louisiana.
Not good.
No?
No.
Okay, so let's just sit with the numbers for a second before the show does. $15.95 an hour, 40 hours a week, comes out to around $2,700 a month before taxes. And she says about $1,900 hits her account. New Orleans isn't the most expensive city in the country, but it's not nothing either. In fact, she makes around $7 below the median income in New Orleans. So right out of the gate, this isn't really a she makes plenty and blows it story. At least not entirely. There's a real income question here too, and that's worth keeping in mind as we go.
It's not enough to survive.
Why don't you go get a different job?
I like what I do, and I like the company I work for.
But you can't survive. What comes first? Survival or liking the company we work for? Preferably we can match both together, but when one is not happening, the one we're choosing to happen over the other is survival.
I feel like I should enjoy my job.
Sure. I agree. I would like you to. Should, entitled to, I wouldn't say so. You prefer that over working?
No, there was an opportunity for me to get like a leadership position, but
Which would have come with what pay?
that wasn't disclosed.
And what was the opportunity of which it did not take hold? Why?
So I would have basically been like the leader of all of the patient access reps. So over about maybe 6 or 7 people. And they ended up going with someone else.
Okay, so you did not have an opportunity. There was an opportunity that you tried, but it was not yours.
My manager made it seem like it was in the bag for me.
Well, instead, now you got to put the fries in the bag because it didn't work out. I'm sorry. That is the reality. Listen, I would love you to get a promotion. That'd be great. Okay, I'm glad you like your job. Let's pretend there are 2 pillars here.
I'm not doing that bad. It just looks bad on paper.
You said you're struggling to survive. I'd say that's bad in paper and in person.
I feel like I've gotten a little bit better lately.
Okay, that's what everyone says. Oh,
It's the truth.
that's what everyone says on this show.
This stretch runs almost 6 minutes, and it's framed as a philosophical disagreement, survival versus job satisfaction. And look, on the core point, the host isn't wrong. If a job doesn't cover your basic costs, I like my coworkers doesn't really hold up as a long-term plan, but there's a detail buried in here that I think gets steamrolled. She describes being passed over for a promotion to manage the same peers she currently works alongside, and her manager telling her that was part of the reasoning. That's actually a pretty common and legitimate management concern. It doesn't get treated as one here, it gets treated as an excuse. I'm not saying she's right that she deserved it. I'm saying newly promoted person now manages former equals is a real organizational problem, not just cope.
What the are you doing?
I'm just here.
For what reason?
I do want help to try to figure out my finances.
Why are you acting like an insufferable Yeah, giggle that away. Cope that giggle. Go for it. Like, what the are we doing? Dude, you're acting like a...
That's not my intention.
What is your intention then right now?
I genuinely want your help.
What does that help look like to you?
I budget.
You budget.
I do.
Great. Tell me how much you spent last month.
More than I made.
Tell me how much you spent that last month. You budgeting professional queen.
Like $2,400.
28. So you don't even know that. Then you bring in 19.
It was close.
Kind of percentage-wise, not really, but okay.
It was around that ballpark.
Sure, I guess. And listen, the median average hourly wage in New Orleans is 28. You're substantially under that. You're in the beyond lower category of paid. And you're like, oh, because I enjoy my job, that's okay? There's other jobs you enjoy that you might get paid more, that you might have to stick out a job you don't like for a bit to gather experience or move up in a company. You think there's only one job that's enjoyable in this world?
No, but I would like to see what opportunities I do have in this company.
Oh, you bought a budgeting chart from Etsy. Okay, so that's your...
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, what were you saying?
I want to see how I can grow in the company that I'm with right now.
Okay, that company denied you growth.
In that area. There's other areas of the company.
Then why haven't you done it?
Because I need help from my management.
Okay, you need help from everyone except for yourself, apparently, because you can't do anything on your own. It sounds like you need help from me for your finances. You need help from management to promote you. Like, what the f? You can't do anything, huh?
I can't promote myself.
You can't promote yourself, but you can put yourself in a position where you would have won the promotion. You didn't. You were not chosen, even though your manager said you were a shoo-in. Again, yes, the manager makes the promotion. Yes, I make the budget. Call out the bullshit. You have to do with the action that is stopping your bullshit spending, actually budgeting, getting the education you need via what we provide, but actually taking it, implementing it, improving your life. Yes, the manager opens a promotion. It is up to you to then go get it.
I did. I had an interview.
You don't understand what I'm saying. It's up to you to practice your interview skills, to update your skills, to make sure you are the winner. Why did the other person win over you?
Because they were from a different company and had more experience. They had management experience.
There you go. And you didn't. So you needed
I'm trying to get the management experience.
Yeah, but you might have to leave to another company you don't like in order to get management experience, in order to accumulate the skills and a resume necessary to get the job you want.
Maybe.
Maybe. No, you're just sitting in a job because you find it comfy. But you're not surviving. You're spending more than you make. The categories are complete.
It's not that bad.
How's it not that bad? Please.
I'm not on the streets.
Yet. What's your rent, huh? What's your rent?
$750.
Okay, $750 sounds like lovely rent, right? Well, she brings in $1,900, so let's see.
I don't live by myself. I live with
But your rent is $750.
So I live with my boyfriend and his roommate. They take care of the rent. I help out with groceries, utilities.
Wow, okay, so even without rent, you're spending more than you make. A winner, promoter.
This is the moment that probably gets clipped the most, and I get why. It's a strong gotcha. But I want to pull on a different thread. Not knowing exactly what you spent last month is incredibly common. Like, majority of adults common. The show frames it as a personal failing. And to be fair, for someone trying to fix their finances, it is a problem. But it's also just a literacy and tooling gap. I don't track this is a different problem than I don't care. And the episode doesn't really distinguish between the two. That distinction matters for what the actual fix looks like.
She has 34 things in her cart. She has 34 things in her Amazon cart. She has some sunglasses, crochet kit thing, hanging cute crochet car. Bullshit. Shh. Funny can't read her. You. Cat license plate. Oh, we know who she is. Off we go compatible Nissan key fob. Nissan key fob. Cat nip toys. Cat collars. Cat pillows.
Are
cat
getting a new
toys.
kitten, possibly.
No, you shouldn't. Don't. Do not. That is irresponsible and disgusting and selfish of you. You cannot financially take care of a kitten. Kitten, a lot of medical expenses, lots of vet things out of the gate. Kitten becomes cat. Cat becomes vet emergencies. You cannot take care of them. You cannot provide the high-end food. It is selfish of you. You want a cat. You cannot take care of a cat. That is disgusting.
Okay.
Cat shoes, scar gel, cat case.
Hurt my
keychain bullshit. A big pig, stuffed animal. I don't know how to cookbook. Well, sign up for the annual version of our budget app and you'll get this for free. You get it for free because you're a guest, obviously. La Fufu, it looks like, and then...
It's a Labubu.
This is not a Labubu.
Yes,
this is a $17 original Skuma Kachigori Shashi Honey Chai Rumi
That's something
series
different.
box. Captain America key holder ring because we need everything in the stupid world. A Kirby pop-out costume.
That's for Halloween.
I can't tell the difference. Kirby Jetstream 3-color ballpoint pen. Dr. Pepper candle.
I love Dr. Pepper.
Well, try Diet Dr. Pepper.
I like Dr. Pepper Zero.
Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper is like top-tier beverage, by the way. I'm gonna throw that out there. Young Carol framed black cat wall art. Monster, Juice Monster, Monopoly Supernatural.
That's my favorite TV
Original
show.
Rockarumi Holiday Series blind box.
I like blind
Rockaruma
boxes.
Sign X Original Plug Series blind box.
I like blind
Cat
boxes.
Bed, shut the f up is what you're gonna do instead. Sunny Angel A Mustfan Hipster Series Figure X. Medicube.
That's
4
like
pads.
for your face.
What about it? What are you doing? I don't care. Captain America
It helps
Shield.
with your pores.
La Fufu. Cat Hat. Pureology. Color Fantic Maxine. Bullshit. Dumb. Stupid. Great. So that's just her card. I didn't even go through her purchases. I assume we're gonna do that. So yeah, no It's just impulse bullshit. No plan whatsoever. Don't have $1,000. If your boyfriend breaks up with you, good the luck. You wouldn't be able to survive. How long have you been in this relationship?
We make a year next month.
Good luck if this relationship dies. Oh, you're closer to homelessness than you are confessing.
He co-signed a car for me.
Oh, good. We got gel pens, headphones,
I like pens.
breathing nasal strips.
I snore.
Yeah.
You probably do too.
No.
Stop the cap.
I'm surprised.
Girl, I'm sorry. I don't think we should do the comparing game. I'm sorry. A hat, a tumbler, Solid colored bathrobe, another tumbler, another tumbler, another tumbler.
I like cups, too.
Wi-Fi. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm like, woo, yippee. You like cups.
Yep.
Snoring, last night, 0%.
You do that with your Apple Watch?
I do this with 8 Sleep.
What's that?
They were a sponsor. I
Oh.
mean, they're not sponsoring this episode, but they are very good for what's worth. I bought it before they were a sponsor.
It's an app?
Oh, they are a sponsor. Well, no, it's like it cools and heats your bed. But it also tracks your stuff.
I need that because if I had the money,
Well,
if I had the money,
You do not.
I
It is a
had the
high priced item, but for those who can afford it, it's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Zero pore pads
the-
again. Lavender. Dude, you're just filled with. This is just. You got a cosmetic bag. Little. What is this? Cushionier. Woman's lane. Cork foot. Bullshit. More put on your love. Foo-foos. Wearable blankets. Dude, why don't you just?
Some of that's for my boyfriend.
Can you like just act like a normal person?
some of
This
that
is
for my
crazy.
boyfriend.
We
His birthday
need a
just
little
passed,
seat
and I
swing.
need to buy him a gift.
His birthday passed and you didn't get him the gift already.
I mean,
Wow,
I already got
I'm
him
glad
a
he's
gift.
subsidizing you.
I already got him new work boots.
He's really taking care of. Oh wow, his favorite.
He
Sunflower
wanted them.
wall hook.
He asked for those, and I got them
He
for
asked
him.
for them.
Yeah.
Don't worry, bumper sticker, floating aluminum. Dude, this. Oh, it's this Atlas! The walking taco nacho cheese fucking bull dumpstery. I'm gonna die.
I got bored on the drive over.
Huh?
Were
Were you driving?
I was at rest stops. I had to rest. New Orleans is far.
No, it's 6 hours.
7, and I'm
As far as road trips go, that is not that bad.
by myself. I've never driven that far.
Okay, this segment is doing double duty. It's comedy and it's a diagnostic. And honestly, the diagnostic part holds up. A pile of small, low-dollar impulse buys is one of the most common ways people leak money without realizing it because no single purchase feels like the problem. The kitten moment is actually the most financially sound take in this whole stretch. If you have zero emergency fund and you're already over budget, taking on a pet with unpredictable vet costs is a real risk, not just a vibe. The advice underneath the joke is genuinely correct. Where I'd push back, this segment runs almost 8 minutes, and a big chunk of it is reading out item names for laughs. That's a content choice, not a coaching choice, which is fine, it's a show, but it's worth naming when we're separating what helps from what's entertaining.
No plan whatsoever. Don't have $1,000. If your boyfriend breaks up with you, good the luck. You wouldn't be able to survive. How long have you been in this relationship?
We make a year next month.
Hey, good luck if this relationship dies. Oh, you're closer to homelessness than you are confessing.
He co-signed a car for me.
And you think this isn't that bad then, huh? That's what we're hearing. Colton thinks you might be the biggest impulse spender we've ever had since he started.
Because I still have my basic necessities.
Dude, you don't pay for your largest overhead for the average person, which is rent. You're subsidized by your boyfriend. And yet you still blow it all.
I
and
help
more.
with bills though.
Groceries, come on.
No, I help with internet and gas.
Oh, yippee. That's not even close to rent.
That's something.
It's something. I'm not saying it's nothing.
It's not like
But
I
it
live
is
there for
not-
free.
But it's not comparable. It's not comparable.
It's not like I live there for free.
No.
This is the part I think deserves more financial scrutiny than it gets. Co-signing a car loan with someone you've been dating for under a year is a real financial entanglement. If that relationship ends, both of you are still on the hook for that loan regardless of who's driving the car. The show treats this mostly as a relationship joke. He's love bombing you, and sure, that's a fair observation about the relationship. But from a pure finance lens, the bigger flag is that her living costs are currently subsidized by someone with no legal obligation to keep doing that, and her actual contribution, utilities and groceries, is smaller than what a fair share of rent would be. That gap is part of why the budget looks survivable right now, and might not stay that way. I want to handle this one carefully, because there's a real loss underneath it. She's talking about her mom, who died when she was young, and tying her own spending habits to stories she's heard about her mom's behavior. The host's response is basically, you never even saw this happen, so why are you using it as an excuse? And there's a kernel of a fair point in there about taking ownership. But the broader idea that financial habits and money anxiety can be shaped by family history, even secondhand, isn't some fringe theory. It's a pretty well-established idea in how people relate to money. Dismissing it outright skips past something that, if anything, might be useful context for figuring out why the impulse spending happens in the first place, which seems like it'd actually be useful for the stated goal of fixing it.
Valid.
You are
So you're
not.
saying not to use ranch at all?
In a reasonable amount.
Okay. I might be able to do that.
Buddy, let's just talk about, and this sometimes upsets people, but I don't really give pro cultures are weird. You're going to have to make big sacrifices to budget, to get out of debt, and to have a fully funded emergency fund and get on track for retirement. There's also no point of doing any of that if you're going to die at 40.
That's around the age my mom died.
That's not surprising. Were you guys similar?
She had a massive heart attack, so...
Were you guys similar?
Like, was she fat too?
Yes, morbidly obese, let's be honest.
Well, yeah, she had a heart attack.
I don't know, people have heart attacks that aren't, but that'll get you there a lot quicker.
As far as I know, my heart is fine.
Buddy, you're 27.
Yeah.
That can happen in 13 years. It can go downhill real quick.
I'm hoping it doesn't.
The hope isn't what does it. I'm sorry. No. We need to talk objective things. It's not a fat shaming thing. We got permission to do all this, blah, 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 blah. She can give us all the consent in the world, so that's why I'm doing this. I want to go up to a random person in the street and say this. You're morbidly obese.
I know. My
You're not
BMI is like
obese.
over 50.
Oh, Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, 40 is like kind of where you're going to be concluding this mission of life. That's not good for your boyfriend if you want to be together longer. It's selfish. 2, what's the point of sacrificing all this if you're not going to actually do it? And I usually hate that argument for most people because when most people say it, statistically, they will live into their 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s. So it's like, no, sacrifice for the statistical likelihood that you're going to do it, that you're going to make it there.
13 years is a lot of years to still live.
It's a lot of years to still live, but it's like you will be sacrificing during that if we're doing this correctly. But I mean, that's 200 milligrams of coffee right there with a heart that you already have that is surrounded by.
I am running off of 24
I understand. I'm just saying. I want us to be objective here. We're talking about, talking about morbid obesity specifically is in a financial conversation, but it does involve the entire life that we're having here. What is the point of sacrificing pay off all this debt, get in fully funded emergency fund, and save for a retirement you'll never see? Your mom, morbidly obese, had a heart attack at 40 and died. You are living the same lifestyle. BMI over 50. Terrifying. And I know I'm a fat. I get it.
Your BMI is probably like 20.
I'm barely in the obese category. I'm almost 100.
We love that.
Yeah, they're monthly mukbangs and the Hammer Elite membership is not helping, but Cheesecake Factory this last time. Not helping.
I've never had Cheesecake Factory.
Don't.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Well, a slice of cheesecake is over 1,000 calories.
Really?
Don't. Yes. Okay, either way, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And this, you meal prepping, cooking at home, is a kill the bird with two still kill bird. No, what is it? What is it?
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, well, 2 birds with 1 stone. Living longer via getting healthier. Finance is good. We like that. What? This isn't even like a sexual thing. What does your do this? Mine doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's very important, and it's a very serious thing, okay? Like, yes, we make jokes and roasts and stuff, as you were well aware and are well aware. Yes, that's for the fun of the conversation. That's real. Mm-hmm. I do not want you to follow your mom's footsteps. And there's no point in doing this if you
I don't want to follow her footsteps either.
You're doing nothing to change it. I'm sorry. You've probably only got, come on. I'm sorry. How much do you weigh?
My biggest, I've been like 302 right now. I'm at like 287.
And how tall are you?
5'4"-ish.
This segment is going to be the most divisive one in the comments, so let's talk about it honestly. The actual advice underneath it, meal prepping saves money and tends to be healthier than regular fast food, is genuinely sound, and the show even calls it 2 birds with 1 stone. That part's fine. The framing, though, tying a parent's death directly to the guest's own mortality as a motivational tool, is a judgment call I think reasonable people land differently on. Fear-based messaging about health can be motivating for some people and can backfire for others, and the research on that is genuinely mixed. I'm not going to tell you this segment is objectively good or bad television. That's a know your audience call for the channel making it, but it's worth naming as a deliberate choice, separate from the financial advice it's wrapped around.
Let's see if this is even budgetable. Genuinely curious. All right, so debt equals $26,993.22. Very bad for your income situation. The income is $1,900. Okay, let's add up these minimum monthly payments. Credit One, $41. Amazon, $35. Merrick Bank, $35. Capital Platinum, $25. Venture One, $25. Platinum number 2, $25. Target Card, $30. Torrid Card, $30. Zobble, $25. Quicksilver, $25. The first Affirm, $40. Second Affirm, $11. Goodyear, $40. Personal Loan, $206.79. And then our new Nissan, $508. That brings our minimum monthly payments to $1,101.79. Wonderful. Great. Now, what do you provide to the utilities and internet and all that stuff? How much money is that?
So I give my boyfriend about $200 each check.
Check.
Yeah.
So $400 a month.
Yes.
Okay. We're already up to $1,500, by the way. $1,900 to live off of. Great. What's your phone bill?
Like $150.
Why? Because you own your phone. When you're done, if T-Mobile's good in your area, switch to Helium.
I only
Same
pay
service.
$8 for my phone because of a promotion.
But so the whole service is $150? Okay, great. Well, switch. Once your phone is paid off again, switch to a lower paying service.
I do plan on it.
That's how they get you. Oh, it's cheap. You know, my minimum monthly payment for my phone, but you're paying a ton for your phone service. Okay. Vroom, drive. How much gas?
A month.
Yes.
Like 40.
Okay. Car insurance.
$267.
We are now over budget officially, but you said you buy groceries for the house?
Mm-hmm.
So for 3 people?
Yes.
Well, you can contribute $800 to that pile. That's insane. I would rather split $700 rent, by the way, than that, because this math is no longer mathing. TP fund, anything else you need to survive is $100. Medical health care, any copays?
They're usually $35-$30.
Is that once a month? Like what?
I don't go to the doctor often.
Okay, so I don't put it in there then, right?
Well, I see a therapist.
Okay, how much?
That's $35.
Okay, 35. I dare to ask, but gym?
No.
Okay, let's put in $50 because you need to go to the gym.
What kind of gym membership is that expensive?
Well, let's just call it 50, just to be safe. Because I don't know. You can Planet Fitness might be cheaper. I don't know.
Okay.
You said you have a pet, right?
Yes.
What?
A cat.
Age?
He is like 7.
I don't know if you can get pet insurance on that. Maybe I'll put in $60 because you need to make sure you get good pet insurance. How much for cat food?
Maybe 20.
Anything else that needs to be in your budget that I have not put in yet? Can't put anything in subscriptions because we're already over budget. So Okay, you can. Brandon got his cat at 7 pet insurance. So anything else that needs to be in your budget?
No.
Okay, well, $2,923.79. Here's the thing. Stop with this food splitting thing. You can't do that. I would see if you can contribute to rent, not the full utilities. Let's see if we can contribute. We can split rent and utilities down the middle. I think you'll save more money instead of you doing food. You're actually getting kind of milked here. You're getting a little you're spending more money than you would. So let's say that brings it down to like $2,500. You're still pretty you need about an extra $600 a month. If you want to stay in this job, that's great. You need to go work a second job, which means no more supernatural every single night. You're working you need to bring in at least an extra $1,000 so you can throw $400 towards debt. That's a minimum. Because $400 towards debt at $26,993.22 divided by that $400. Just wait, no. $26,993.22 divided by 400 is 67 months, which comes out to still 5.5 years, but that's better than nothing. And you do got to get out of debt. Unfortunately, with 5.5 years, that gives you only, based on your history, 7 more years to live. And that's not even, by the way, a fully funded emergency fund. Probably get 5 years to live with a fully funded emergency fund. Not great. So we got to change the health part as well, but the meal prepping is going to help with that. And I put it in a gym. That's going to help with that. Let's start taking that seriously because I want you to be around. Okay? Okay, we got to film follow-ups together, right? So let's stay on the planet for a good long while. So that's what you got to do. What I would prefer is that you go and just get a better job at a different place. And then we always shop around until you land somewhere that you like, that you are getting paid well for. That is the ultimate goal. But you need to bring in a minimum extra $1,000 where you are now, and you need to split rent, utilities, and take care of your own food. So rent utilities needs to be split down the middle. That'll bring it down to about $2,500. Because right now you need to bring an extra $1,500, $1,600 in order to have a chance to pay this off in 5.5 years, and then fully funded emergency fund a year after that maybe. Okay, so that's where we are.
Let's actually check this plan's math because I think it's mostly sound but worth stress testing. $1,111.79 a month in minimums alone is already 58% of her $1,900 income before rent, food, gas, insurance, or anything else. That's the real headline number, more than the total debt figure. At that ratio, there genuinely isn't a version of this budget that works without either more income or less debt service. The proposed fix, splitting rent and utilities 50-50 with her boyfriend instead of an informal grocery contribution, is, I think, the single highest leverage change suggested in the whole episode, and it gets surprisingly little airtime relative to the comedy segments. If her actual housing contribution goes from roughly $400 a month to something closer to half of $750 rent plus utilities, that's a meaningfully different number, and it doesn't require a second job, a new career, or any behavior change at all. It's just a renegotiation. The get a second job recommendation is where I'd push back hardest. She's already working 40 hours a week, mentioned possible sleep apnea, and consistently poor sleep, and the episode itself spent 4 minutes on health concerns. Layering a second job onto that, without addressing the sleep issue first, seems like it's solving one problem by potentially creating another. The 5.5-year payoff math checks out if the extra income materializes and spending behavior actually changes, but those are two pretty big ifs stacked on top of each other.
Oh, they said I'm going to be pissed. Colton's saying I'm going to be pissed. I guess there's something in the post show that's about to piss me the off. Great. Okay, great. Let's get your Hammer financial score first, and then we'll go into the post show. All right, spending in a budget. You overspent. 0 out of 10. Debt. Well, this is as bad as you can get without collections or IRS debt. So 1 out of 10. Emergency fund. Well, nothing. 0 out of 10. Retirement.
I don't even know.
0 out of 10, real estate 0 out of 10. It's going to be a Hammer financial score rounded up to a 0.5 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, click that join button next to our channel name and join Hammer Elite to get 3 premium shows posted every single day, Monday through Friday, where you can also come watch this financial audit post show, of which apparently I'm going to crash out. I can't wait. So apparently there's something. Tell me, what is it?
I just opened a third Affirm.
For what? What did you kids?
TikTok shop.
What did you spend on TikTok shop? Because I know there's $1,000 in the cart right now.
Well, I got this call.
Oh!
And there it is. After 90 minutes of going through nearly $27,000 in debt at interest rates that would make a loan shark blush, the post-show reveal is a third buy now pay later account opened around the same time as filming. I want to resist the easy see nothing works takeaway here because I don't think that's actually true. What I think this shows is that one 90-minute conversation, even an intense one, doesn't undo years of habits and a financial situation people are using to cope with, frankly, a lot. That's not a knock on the format. It's just realistic. Behavior change takes longer than a single episode, and if Caleb does a follow-up with her down the line, that'll be a much more interesting episode to audit than this one, because that's where we'd actually find out if any of this stuck. So that's episode 1 of Outside the Audit. To recap the actual financial substance buried in 90 minutes of television, the interest rates here are genuinely predatory adjacent. The debt consolidation loan is a textbook cautionary tale, and the single most impactful change suggested, renegotiating the living expense split, barely got any screen time compared to the comedy. If you want to see which episode we audit next, drop a suggestion in the comments. And if this kind of breakdown is useful to you, subscribe. We'll be doing this every week.